Okay, students. Last class we discussed about the functions. Okay, so previously we will discuss about what is function. Can anyone say what is function? What is function?
Function is used to define something which was not defaultly stored in the Python program.
Okay, function is a part of the program. Okay, so function is a part of the program. It is used to do a specific work. That is the use of function. And what is the advantages are over the function? By using the function, what are the advantages we are having there? Can you say?
We can write the program very shortly. We can reduce the memory of the program, and we can make
Yes,
the program to run faster.
very exactly you said. So we can easily catch out the error. If you made any error, means we can easily catch by using the function. And second thing, we can reduce the code length also. So program length will not be that much complicated. It will be very easy to refer it if we are using function means. So these things we have discussed in the last thing. So what is the use of function? Type of function, two type of functions are there. One is built-in function, another one is user defined function. Okay, so I'm doing the recap because after a long time we are doing that. You are very much busy in your exam. That's why I'm doing the recap of the functions. Okay, so you know that what is the use of function, how to use the function, types of function, advantages of functions. And user defined means already the function is defined, predefined in the library. We need to import the module. For example, in math is a module, it contains a number of functions. Can anyone say to any two example which is defined in the math function?
Yes,
Sorry, math module.
exponential,
Very good. Square root function
floor,
and
cell.
floor, seal. So these are all the number of functions are defined. So these are all inbuilt functions. We can merely be used. How we can use means by importing module. Yes,
Sine
yes. Okay,
square
okay.
root function, exponential function.
Yes, exp function, exponential function also too. Good. So these are all the built-in function. User defined function means we have to define the function. Okay. So for our purpose, we are defining the function, then we are using it. That is user defined function. Okay. How to start a function means, how to start to write the function means by using the keyword def, def. You can see the slide. So by using the slide def, we can create a function. Okay. This first line is called as function header. So, and then we are going to see with argument, without argument, two type of functions are there. What are the two type of functions? Can anyone say?
Void and
Two
non-void
type.
function.
Very good. Void function, non-void function. Can you explain what is void and what is non-void?
Function which does not return anything is known as void.
Exactly. Void means it doesn't return. The function doesn't return anything to the call statement. That is called non-void. Void function. Non-void means it will return something.
Something.
Okay, it returns the values to the call statement where the call statement is made in the main program. So that is called non-void function. So these are all two type of functions are there, and let me go to the next one. Types of argument we have seen. We especially four types are given in the book, but actually major classification is three type of passing arguments are there. What are the three types we have seen? Can you say? You can see the slide. Question argument, default argument, keyword argument. What is another name for keyword argument?
Name argument.
Induced argument.
Very good. Named argument. Named argument. Okay. So these are all the major three type of arguments are there. Okay. Then one more thing is variable length argument. That is, we are passing a multiple variables. Okay. And how we can get the multiple variables after the function returning. That is how the function is returning multiple variables or multiple values to the call statement. That is one thing. And afterwards, we are going to see one more thing: mutable and immutable data type. Also, how we can pass, how we can pass a string, how to pass a list, how to pass a tuple, how to pass a dictionary. These are all we are going to see at the last of the function topic. Okay. So how to pass a dictionary to the call statement to the function header. Then how the function will be treated the dictionary. or how the operation will be made over the dictionary or list or string. So these things and all we are going to see at the end of the function chapter. Okay. So initially we have discussed with the example program, question arguments, default argument, and keyword argument. Last class we discussed about the keyword argument, and I hope you remember it. Question argument means the position will not be changed. Either variable or value we can pass. The value position or variable position should not be changed in the main, that is call statement, as well as the function header. You cannot change it. That is question argument. Could you understand question argument, or shall we go with one program? Can you able to recall which we taught in the last class? Okay, okay. What about rest of the students? Is it okay for all?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, pa. So question arguments you remember, and default argument. We have seen the simple interest, how we without passing the principal amount, how to without passing the rate of interest. This all we discussed in the last class. Can you able to recall? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if anybody having doubts, sir, it will be a long time. It means you just say that we will go for one example program for default
Sir,
argument.
that simple interest program only, no, sir. Default.
Whatever program, for example, we taken a simple interest program. I think last Saturday we discussed, no? I mean,
Yes, sir.
today or before last week. Okay. So here, what is the rule we have seen? Question argument. What is the rule for question argument? Means position argument should be at the first in the parameters. The parameter list, that is, we are getting the parameter now in the function header. That thing, question should be at first. Question argument should be at first. And what is the rule for default argument?
Should be at last, sir.
Very good, very good. Question argument always should be first. Default argument should be at last in the parameters. We are passing many parameters, no, 2 parameters, 3 parameters. That is, we are passing 2 or 3 arguments, no. Can you understand what is the difference between arguments, the word argument and parameter?
Yes, sir.
Where we can say parameter, where we can say argument. Can anyone can say the answer? What is parameter or what is argument?
Inside function.
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Parameter while defining function we need to give, sir.
Very good. That is function header. Function header are defining the function. That is called function header. We are mentioning the values. That values are called as parameters. Argument means?
In the call statement we can use, no, sir. That is argument.
Very good. In the main program where we are making the call statement for the function, there we are mentioning the values. You know, values means variable or whatever. Okay, the data type or object. These are called as arguments. Okay, so default arguments, I hope you understood. So default arguments should be at last in the parameter. Okay, and question should be at first. And last one is, there is a third one is keyword argument, or otherwise called as named argument. It is not a variable, but we are, by naming a value, we are passing a value, but we are naming for the value. Okay, for example, last class we discussed, we passed that here you can this is default argument, keyword argument. So this program we have seen a long back, and the last class we discussed about the simple interest program. So P equal to 10,000, and the argument I am saying. Okay, P equal to 10,000, and what is the thing? Rate of interest R equal to, we are giving 4, we given 4, and another one is what? Number of terms, that is here N equal to, we given 5. So for 4 we named as it is R. For 5 it is named as what is the thing? N. And 10,000 it is named as P. Can you able to guess? I mean, can you able to recall it? Last class, last
Yes, sir.
session was the named argument. So what is the rule for named argument? I think that is the last line we talked in the previous session.
Yes.
One rule is there for keyword argument, or one exception or one advantage is also there for named argument or keyword argument. What is the thing?
Name, comma, name is equal to like that.
Yes, man, that is correct only. That is P equal
Even though
to
if you change the position, it will alter to correct position.
Yes. So in the function header, we are passing the argument. That is, we are passing the named argument. In the parameter, there is no necessary to keep in the position. We are passing argument p comma n comma r. Okay, but p equal to 10,000, n equal to 5, and r equal to 4. These are the three values. Suppose we are passing in the call statement. Okay, but in function header, I'm defining, for example, def si of n comma r comma p. In whatever order I can change it. How the value will be passed? Name to name. Can you understand? Could you all understand? Hello?
Sir, 1 second.
Okay. Better I will go with one Python prompt. You can easily understand this. You can see this. So I'm just defining this thing. Si is a function I'm going to define. So you can, I'm just giving p comma, I just define r comma n comma p. Okay. So these are all things I'm just defining it. And that is very important. So I'm just giving res equal to p into n into r. Okay. Oh, sorry. P into n into r divided by 100, which is given. That is stored in rest, and I am returning the rest. Return is the keyword. Which way we can return a value from the function?
Return rest.
Very good. So only one method is the return. By using the keyword return, then only we can able to return a value from the function to call statement. Okay. So here function definition is over. Let me write the main program. Okay. So I'm just making it for our understanding main program. Okay. So we are defining here. Okay. So just I'm calling the function. I'm using here another one variable for you better understanding. Result equal to, I'm calling, making the call statement. That is, what is the function name? What is the function name?
SI, sir.
Si. I'm just passing the named argument. Please listen carefully. So I'm just giving p is a variable. Yeah, p equal to, I'm just giving 10,000. Okay. Then n equal to, here also there is no, whatever manner we can assign. Okay. N equal to, and just given 7 years. Okay. Then r equal to, rate of interest equal to, I'm just giving 4.5. I'm just passing. Okay. So 4.5% I'm just passing. So here,
Sir, instead of P, you write L is equal to 10,000.
oh yeah. That's a great mistake. Thank you. Good. Result. Okay. Okay. Now you can see in the fifth line of the program. So result equal to, we are making the call statement. In the call statement, 3 arguments we are passing. What type of argument this is? Called means named argument or keyword argument. The 10,000, it is named as P. Okay. The number 7, it is named as N. The 4.5, it is named as R. It is not variable. Try to understand. These are all named arguments. Okay. Then the P and N and R, these named arguments, we pass it to the function header. So there we are giving what? R comma N comma P. Okay. So here R will be referred. What is R value? 4.5. Right?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, if you use number means it will give the same result only, sir. So that you instead you use P is equal to A, N is equal to B, R is equal to C, like that.
Yes. I can use the string. You are asking to use the string.
Yes, sir.
Very good. First we will complete it, then I will show with the string. Okay. Let me complete this program. Okay. So here 4.5 is what? You are saying it is a multiplying, that's why it will show the same thing. You cannot able to find the
Yes, sir.
difference you are saying. Good. I catch your point. Let me complete it, and afterwards I will go with your point. Okay. So here 4.5 will be referred by the R. Where it is R? The keyword, what is the thing? In keyword argument, we cannot change the name. Okay. For example, in default argument, sorry, not in question argument, here we can pass a, b, c. In parameter, we can get x, y, z, whatever variable. Can you able to understand what I'm saying? In question argument, there is no necessity the name should be same, but in keyword argument, the variable name or the keyword name should be not variable. The keyword name should be same. We cannot change it. So PNR means we can use PNR only, but in whatever order we can forward, we can give as a parameter. NPR or RNP like that. Okay. Now, if you print means you can get the answer. Okay. Now I will go for it. Can you understand this program, all the students? For
Yes,
default,
sir.
sorry, named argument and or keyword argument.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will go for your word. So I'm just giving R equal to 3. I'm just giving. Okay. Then N equal to, oh, okay. N equal to, I'm just giving as usual our word computer. We will use it. Okay. So N is a computer. Here I just removing the P. Okay. Simply I'm for our example. So N and R are the named argument. Here I'm just using removing the P. Okay. So rest is a string. I'm just going to print N into R. N into R.
Replicate 3
Okay.
times, sir.
Yes, of course. I think one of the students has asked to pass this thing. That's why I'm just using. So passing this means you can come to know computer. It will be replicated as 3 times. Now you understand n value will be here n comma r. In the function definition, you can see r comma n be given. The question is changed. Can you note it? Because there is no necessary
Yes,
to keep the same position in that named argument, because the value will be referred. The value will be referred by using its name or by using its keyword, which we given in the call statement. In call statement, we given n comma r. Instead of n
Sir.
comma r, I just yes.
Sir, in def we give n comma r, and in result fifth line we can give r comma n, means also n into r will print. No, sir.
I didn't get it. Can you please say again? Fifth line.
Sir, in first line define si
That is
bracket
that.
r comma n you write, no, sir.
Yes.
On that place n comma r you write, sir.
Why not, ma? Okay.
And
Right.
here r comma n means also same result, no, sir. Fifth
Same
line.
thing, man. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
sir.
same thing only. N comma r you are asking. Here you are changing that r comma n.
Yes,
R
sir.
equal to 3, then n equal to computer you are asking. So whatever
Yes,
it is, the name will be, that is the value will be identified with the name. The computer is a value, how it will be identified? With the name n. I mean, with the identifier n or keyword n. Okay. Here 3 is a value. How it will be identified? R. We are giving one name for the 3. So these are all called as named argument. So here, what is the argument? Means 2 arguments only. What are the arguments? Computer and 3. Okay, but for computer we are giving one name. For 3 we are giving one name. Okay, then we are passing the value. What will happen? The value will be referred
yes,
with
sir.
its
Understood.
in the parameter. Then it will be executing. Could you understand this one?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Almost. Okay, but what about other students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me go for the next topic. So these are all the 3 type of arguments are there. Last one is passing the multiple arguments. Let me go for an example for that. Okay. Okay, before that we will take one assessment, that is here. You can see which is illegal, which is legal they are giving. You have to, here question also there, answer also there. Now you want to justify your answer. Okay, 1 minute. You can see average equal to first one. This is a function call. Function call means call statement. Average is a what? Average is what? What is the average? I mean, what is average mean? What is called average here?
Function name, sir.
Sum of all
Very
the
good.
values divided by total number of values.
I'm not talking about the general function, man. Here means it is a function name. One of the boys said Average is the function name, and n1, n2, n3. These are all called as what?
Default param. Default argument.
It is called argument. Okay, this is called actual argument or actual parameters. Okay,
This is
so
not
this is
function
called
header.
it is function. It is not function header. It is
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
what? Call statement.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
it is actual arguments or actual parameters. That one is formal parameter. Function header. That is called
I
function
thought this is function.
Okay, it is a call statement. It is call statement. That is function call statement. So here we are passing how many arguments?
3 arguments.
3 arguments. Is it any wrong thing is there? It is legal. They are saying
No,
it is
sir.
legal.
Legal.
It is not legal. Legal means valid. Illegal means invalid. That is the meaning for that. Is it valid?
Yes, sir. Valid.
Nothing wrong in
Valid,
it.
sir.
Second thing, yes. Second thing also, n3 equal to 10, n2 equal to 7, and n1 equal to 100. Is this also saying it is illegal? Is it legal?
According to keyword argument, it is legal, sir.
Yes, according to keyword argument, it is legal. Very good. And third one you can see 100 comma n2 equal to, yes, of course, these 3 variable arguments are called as keyword argument or named argument. Okay, here you can see the third one 100 comma n2 equal to 10, n3 equal to 15. Is it legal?
No, sir. Illegal, sir.
How it is illegal?
100 is not defined as N1, sir.
Legal,
But
sir.
not
In
it is
definition, they
legal.
have defined 100.
No. What is 100 here? 100 is what type of argument? 100 is what type of argument?
Default.
No,
Default.
it is no, it's not. This call statement
Position.
only. No, how it is? You
Yes,
can say it is a default.
Directly, they're giving arguments.
That is called what? Question argument. Question argument we have seen. We can pass directly a variable or value. And one more rule is there for question argument. Question argument should be at first in the parameter in the function header. I am saying.
Sir,
Okay.
here, even though we change the position, the output will be same only, no, sir.
For example, 100 we are passing. No, what will be the function header? Can you guess the function header for the third one? Average of 100 comma n2 comma n2 equal to 100, n3 equal to 15. What will be
Average
what
of
may be the
n2 comma n2 comma n3.
n1 comma n2 comma n3? That will be a function header. Or instead of n1, we can give whatever another variable also. But what is the basic answer means n1 comma n2 comma n3. So n1 will be question argument. 100 will be stored in n1. Okay. Then n2 and n3, whatever order, n3 comma n2 or n2 comma n3, whatever order we can give, because it is n2 and n3 are called as keyword argument. So there is no necessity for that. But the position argument should be first. Yes.
We can give like this as n1 is equal to some number, n2 is equal, instead of n2 100, n3 is equal to 15, like that you can give.
In call statement.
Yes, sir. n1 equal to 10, 100 comma n3 equal to 15.
No, that you are saying n1 equal to 100 or whatever value. Then one value. Then another one keyword argument you are saying.
Yes, sir.
That is, shall I say like that? Keyword argument, comma, question argument, comma, keyword argument. You are saying like
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
It is wrong because question argument should be where? It should be the first. It should be passed as first. That is the rule for the question argument. Okay, otherwise it will create a problem whenever the value will be referred in the function. So in the function, the question argument should be at first. That is the rule. Okay, and let me see. I understood. Do you understood this concept?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see illegal. That's the only question. Yes.
Sir, if position argument is defined in the
Yes.
first means why last before third is wrong, sir? Illegal.
That is fourth one you are saying. Fourth line you
Fifth
are
one,
saying.
sir.
No, I will tell
Fifth
that.
line, sir.
I will tell. I understood your question. Let me see one by one. 1 minute. Let you see the fourth line.
Okay, sir.
Fourth line illegal is there? No. Fourth line illegal is there? No.
Since position
Average
argument
of, yes. Can you understood all the students? Can you understood why the fourth line is illegal? They mention average of n3 equal to 70,
Yes, sir.
n1 equal to 90, and 100 be given. Why it is called as illegal?
Position argument in last.
Positional argument is defined in the last.
Very good. Position argument we pass it in the last. That's why illegal. I will come to your question. I will come to your question. Here, what you are asking, 100 comma n1 equal 23, n2 equal to 1. But
Sir,
it is
both
illegal. Why?
both 100 and n1 are 23 are assumed to same variable, sir.
I don't understand.
Both 100 and 23 are assumed to n1.
No. Yes, that is we are passing, of course, n1 here 23, but in the call statement n1 comma n1, for example, n1 comma n1 comma n2, if you give me n1 will receive only one variable. Again, we are passing the n1 the function header means it is wrong. You can see this reason. Actually, it is not providing properly. That's why you can see multiple values provided for n1. So in parameter, I'm saying parameter means function header. Function header, we should use only one variable. One value, one parameter name only. n1 comma n1 we cannot use like this. n1 comma n2 comma n3
Okay,
or
sir,
whatever
understood,
order keyword means. But if you are using the same word means it will be a problem. Okay, you can see the next one. 200 comma n2 equal to 90, n3 equal to 11. That will
Sir,
be the same. Undefined argument num2. They are
sir,
saying
Num2
function
is
header.
used instead of n2.
sir,
Yes.
we can write 100 comma n2 comma n2 is equal to 3 and n3 is equal to 4. Like that you can write as, sir.
Can you repeat? 100 comma n3
100
equal to
comma
3. Hmm.
n3 equal to 4
Hmm.
comma n2 equal to 3. Like that you can change that positions as well.
Exactly. We can say make the position. For example, I will say in the function call statement 100 comma n3 equal to 4, n2 equal to 5. Okay, in the function header, first one should be what? N1, because 100 want to refer with the first, no. So n1 comma then n2 n3 or n3 n2, whatever we can change the position.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's the question. Very good, very good. So have you understand how the that is named argument is executing? Could you understand this one?
Yes, sir, understood, sir.
Okay, but let me go for the multiple argument. This is the last topic. Variable length, we have seen how to pass the multiple argument, how to receive the multiple argument. Okay, so before that we will see some topic, some text. Okay, unlike the other programming language, Python you have written, that is in other programming language, C++ or Java, Ruby, whatever thing, we cannot pass the multiple arguments, the multiple variables. We cannot store. We can pass only one variable, only one value from the function. It will return only one thing, one object from the function definition to the call statement. But in Python, it allows to pass multiple values. Okay, so this will be packed. This will be packed as a tuple. Okay, this will be packed as a tuple. That is the two things you want to keep in your mind. One thing, we can pass multiple. We can return, not pass. We can return multiple values to the call statement. First thing. Suppose if we pass it like that, means how this value will be means it will be packed as a tuple. Okay, that is the second thing. Let me go with an example program, then you can easily understand this. Here I'm just using that. Okay, I'm just using 1 comma for time being. I'm typing like that. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3. I'm just passing the 3 values. Okay, then here I'm receiving the value a comma b comma c. So can you guess what will be the a value? 1 minute, I will change.
Sir.
1 comma 2 comma 3. What is the a value?
1.
1. And
1.
b value 2 and the c value 3. These are all arguments are called as which type of argument?
Positional argument.
Very good. Position argument. Now I'm just making that. So I'm just here, I'm doing a equal to a plus or a into a into 5. I'm just giving, and b equal to, that is b into equal to 3. I'm just multiplying, and c plus equal to 2. So c value will be added by 2. Then here I am passing a comma b comma c. I am passing the 3 values. Okay, can you understand? I am passing here, the function is returning 3 values. Which is receiving the values? Which one is receiving these values? Or yes, no.
Call statement, sir.
That's why in call statement, where call statement only receive, no. What is the variable is receiving?
ABC.
ABC.
Result
ABC
is
received. It will
result
return the function. You can see the fifth line. It will return a comma b comma c. Three values it is returning. In the seventh line, result is a tuple. It will be a tuple. It will receiving the three values. Let I execute this program. You can understand. You can see 5 comma 6 comma 5. That is after doing the operation. We are passing 1 comma 2 comma 3 after making the operation. That is addition and multiplication. It returning the value in the form of what? You can see what type of data.
tuple,
What is
sir.
the type of
Type of data.
tuple? It is mentioned as a parenthesis. Okay, that's why I'm saying if the function, 1 minute, if the function is returning multiple value to the call statement, then it will be
Yeah.
formed, it will be passed in the form of tuple. Yes, please.
Sir,
Yes.
how the output will come, sir? Result is equal to SI of 1 comma 2 comma 3 euros.
That's why I'm saying I will explain the seventh line. You can see the seventh line result equal to SI of, we are